JJ, or as we kind of all call him, KSI, went on a bit of a call-out rant yesterday. Let's get into it. Welcome back to the realest channel on YouTube. The first Misfits and the Zone event is over. Series 001, as they call it, it's over. It was a spectacle, it was entertaining, it was captivating. It was very lovely to be there, I can't lie. The production, the music, I was very impressed with the music selection in between fights, in between rounds. They kind of had me going. I thought, yeah, this is modern day. I'm used to hearing, you know, the Sweet Carolines and that. We like the Sweet Carolines, but at the same time, we do like the fresh, youthful bangers. And that Misfits boxing did have. Let's get into the fights real quick. Show starts off with KSI and Swarms. Now Swarms, he was doing a lot of 360s, a lot of ballerinas, a lot of 12s, whatever you want to call them, but he was just trying to avoid hits. And I don't think JJ was as effective as he could have been. You know, the guy's clearly not in there to fight. He weren't trying to cut the ring down. He wasn't doing certain things I wanted him to do. Was he dominant? Yes. Did he win? Yes. Am I glad he got the rounds? Yes. Did he get the finish? Yes. There's a lot of yeses here, but I am a perfectionist. I coach as a perfectionist. I fight as a perfectionist, and I want perfect. So if it's not perfect, there's always going to be criticism, and that is how you create the best in the world. And that's the place that I judge from, taking everything into account. Move on to the next fight, Dean the Great versus Evil Hero. Dean the Great expressed in a Real Wills interview, if you haven't seen it, that he would eventually like to fight Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Tank Davis. So what he done to Evil Hero should be and was standard. Moving on again, Sam Hyde, I Am Thompson, two heavy dons. What's it, I Am Thompson? He was swinging the right, the overhand repeatedly. I felt like his left hand was stuck. Like he wasn't jabbing or anything, like this hand was stuck in like this position, and he was just swinging on one dirty overhand over and over again. And then the Undertaker lookalike, Sam Hyde, he just looked like he was happy to firm it, and what happened. Thompson ran out of gas, I Am Thompson ran out of gas, and that was that fight. Nothing to really write home about too much, but still good to see big guys swing banks. Move forward. Normally we see this, it means Salt Bay. But in this case, it means Salt Pappy. He came out all week, man. He's been the guy all week. His temperament, how he carries himself, how he talks, his confidence, his weight loss. He really came back after the Halal Ham fight, and you can see he's taking it more serious. You can see he's been dedicating himself, and he's enjoying being on these events. The performance, brilliant. Feints to start it. See, even everyone at home, you just started right there. That's what feints do to you, right? They're normally a bit quicker than that, but you know, it's late. Salt Pappy, great finish to the jaw. Boom, man hit the ground. And he is actually out here to fight anybody. He has made it very clear. I will fight anyone, and he wants all the smoke. It will be interesting to see what direction Misfits decide to take him in. Before we get into the next video, my protein. Come on, you lot know I'm an MP merchant, man. You guys know I'm part of the MP army. This is a discreet thing. I wore this on purpose because I don't want you to always feel like you're an ambassador. I'm the ambassador, but you can wear something clean. You can wear something that fits well, and it can still be MP, and I went with that approach today. So I don't know how much % you'll get off on the website right now, but if you use Viddal and check out, you'll get a discount. Don't play yourself and save your bread. Sensei, I was talking big things. I was actually backing him, you know. And it takes a lot for me to go against a UK guy, especially Kenny, because Kenny I respect. Like, I actually like Kenny. But I was going with what I thought was true. And I thought Sensei was gonna pull it out of the bag this time. Wade convinced me, and I trust Wade's word. And Wade was backing Sensei. So I thought, this is someone who also knows something. Maybe I should take his opinion into account. And I did. And I looked, and I took my own as well. Ultimately, I said Sensei was gonna win, and I was wrong. And it happens. And the reason why I'm upset I was wrong is because he didn't leave it all out there. The decision, I had it a draw. I can't lie, I had it a draw. But I knew if the fight was ever played out that close, Kenny would get the victory. You came to the UK, we did not go to Boston. You cannot just do what you want and think you're gonna win. You have to come here and win against the home fighter. You have to put your mark down when you're fighting the home fighter. You can't come here, move on the outskirts, rock a guy a couple times and think you're gonna get the decision. It's just not the way the game is played. And it was disappointing to see that he didn't leave it all on the line. There were spurts in the fight where both guys were fighting and I was like, yeah, this is what we came here to see. But majority of it, they were shadow boxing with each other. They were. But they were both in tremendous shape. They both looked, it was really good to watch the show and see people who looked like they've been trying to do the game and practice the game of boxing. And that fight, Kenny, amazing shape. Sensei lost a lot of weight. The feinting and the movements and the gestures were of real professional fighters, people who have practiced, but there just wasn't enough action. And if you're honest, you all agree, there wasn't enough action. They both done the same as each other. I realized that a standing 8 count does not mean that you win the round. So for everyone that scored the fight, bear that in mind. With the PBA rules, I spoke after to a few people that know the shits and the things, and they said that a standing 8 count does not guarantee that that fighter wins the round. Moving in to the title of the video and to what I really think is true. Deji looked better than JJ yesterday. Now, it's his brother. So if you want anyone to look better than you, you want it to be your own blood, right? Because you can't really hate on your brother, especially when you've had golden nights and he's had many miserable ones. It's good to let him reign this time and have the highlight because he's been grinding for it. He's been persistent. He's taken L's that a lot of people wouldn't take in return. And when he went for the dub, he went up against someone who was in shape, someone who looks like they've turned over a new leaf. Just in case you don't know what we're talking about, Fuzi, as he wants to be referenced as Yusuf. He was a changed man, but he didn't change enough because Deji smoked him. Deji smoked him. Deji came out, he used his technique. I said to Leon, Daly's done a great job with Deji, but if you can go in the corner, I feel like he'll win because he picks up off your energy and he responds to you. I said, don't pressure it, but just tell him you're there for him if he needs it. Once I saw Leon climb up on the rope, I saw Daly on the other side, I said, that's it, it's a dub, he's gonna win. And that's exactly what happened. Deji looked comfortable, his head movement was great. He looked almost too relaxed at times. He contains the power. The Olatunjis, they got power. And Deji's never really shown it, but he showed it yesterday. And shout out to Fuzi as well. I know he put a lot into this and we always have to show respect to any man that steps in the ring. But it's Deji's day. And Deji did look better than JJ yesterday.
Why? I mean,
fam, what are you doing?
bro, it's just really interrupting, man. I was about to maybe shave the man with the lawnmower 4.0 for a Manscaped.
Okay.
But you're there, and then I was gonna put the ball deodorant on since you're so intrigued to, you know, keep the area fresh. And later on, when I'm bopping road, if I want a quick reviver, the quick reviver just spritz up. But since you're so intrigued, VID20, manscaped.com, vid20, 20% off your next order. Nah, if you wouldn't mind. Well, I mean, baby.
Slim versus FaZe Temper. Temper had a bad habit that came back to bite him. In the fight with Kenny, his chin was in the air. He was throwing attacks, advancing like this. Now that is just danger. In the combat sports, you do not ever want to advance towards the opponent. The camera will be my opponent right now, like this. It's crazy. That is just putting yourself on the line to be KO'd, and that is exactly what happened last night when they were exchanging. Slim is exchanging from here. He's swinging from here, right? Temper's swinging from here. Only one man's gonna come out on the bad side of that, and it's the guy with the chin up in the clouds with Zeus and whatever other people chill up there in the clouds. That's where Temper's chin was, and he paid for it. I like Temper, especially his kit. Very nice, very stylish. I was a fan, and I like how he carries himself. And I didn't want to see that happen. Slim has come from the dirty side of YouTube, and he's now in the golden hours. He's on the golden platform. He's got JJ calling him out. He's got a lot of things going on, and I respect him for it because no one wanted him on these shows. They wanted to keep him out there in the little small hall arenas. But yeah, he's transcended that now, and hopefully Misfits is his new home. Main event, JJ again fighting Pineda. Now this is one of those fights, it looked like when I used to get in trouble and as a kid, and like my dad's like, you know what, we're gonna spar, and then he's just hitting me and it don't even hurt, but I'm just like, Dad, man, like it hurts, like, but I just don't want to do it anymore. And that's what it looked like. Pineda was too weak. Even if he wasn't getting hit at the back of his head and spinning around and complaining about getting hit in his back, if it was just a normal boxing match, JJ would have walked through anything that he put out. He's gone from fighting people Logan size to Pineda's size. It's kind of like, you know, throwing a stone at someone and then throwing cotton bud at someone. It's just like not gonna matter. And that's what happened yesterday. But we needed JJ to have the rounds. I'm glad he got some rounds before he got the finishes. I'm glad he has enough footage to watch back, because sometimes you don't have enough footage to watch back. Like my last fight, you know, 51 seconds, we don't know where the improvements are, so we got to spar more and find out. But obviously we're always excited to have a quick knockout. Whereas my first fight back in the UK was 6 rounds. There's more to take away, there's more to improve. We know what to actually channel our focus on. JJ had a few rounds. He will see what he needs to improve on. His team will see what he needs to improve on. And hopefully we see him fight again soon against one opponent for 8 rounds, and then someone that has a full camp, because that is gonna make a difference. Fighting 2-3 round fights is cool, but it is not the same strategy and game plan as knowing you're fighting one good opponent for 8 rounds. That Jake has done, that JJ has to do in order to start comparing and contrasting opponents and fights. Until that is done, we don't want to see the Jake fight. I don't want to see the Jake fight. I want to see JJ in an 8-round fight against a good opponent that he can prepare for, and they can prepare for him, because I want my boy to be tested. I want my boy to have his trials and tribulations before we see the ultimate showdown. And that's the only way the ultimate showdown will be fair. So, if you like this channel, then like the channel and like the video and subscribe to the channel and subscribe to every other channel I got. Real and Will's Rolling Cheeky. Make sure you follow Cristian. He's got a strong shoulder. He's been holding this camera the whole time I've been recording. So I appreciate the people. It's been a good Misfits boxing week. I hope you enjoyed the recaps, the interviews and everything. We got more stuff coming. We got mukbangs coming. We got some other side vlogs coming. Watch this space. It's the realest. If you don't know what I do at the end of videos, it's the end of the video.
I'm too cool for the rules, baby, get off of me. Never need no push, I do it all for me. Keep a couple real hitters, got them on call for me. Money moving, got it in the market where it ought to be. Too true for the flex, baby, don't cap to me. Drop 50, bring 150 right back to me.